Santa sweater?
Oh, yeah. Santa hunts ducks.
Carson, that first game, obviously against the Giants, you guys struggled offensively in the first half, but really started clicking in the second half, especially down the stretch. What did you learn from the film of that game, maybe with that defense? Anything?
Yeah, honestly, it just came down to execution early. It was lacking. We left some plays out there. They made some good plays, and guys, we started playing together and executing our stuff better that second half, and kind of found a rhythm there. So, we feel good. We got confidence going into this game with what we're going to do offensively.
Carson, it can be easy to skip ahead, thinking if you win this game, you guys are in the playoffs. It can be easy to just skip ahead to the playoffs. How do you try to stay in the moment, the mentality you have to adopt there?
Yeah, well, we have to win this one. It's just like the last few weeks. I think everyone knows that. Obviously we've had a couple emotional wins the last few weeks, and as leaders and coaches as well have done a great job of just making sure guys are still bought into this, in the here and now, and not dwelling on the past, not looking ahead either, and just going out to work. We got our work cut out for us against a good opponent on the road, and obviously if we win, we're in. So we know what's at stake.
After the game, you were pretty tough on yourself about Zach's injury. How do you kind of reconcile that, though? You're trying to make a play, he's trying to make a play. How do you, in your own mind?
I mean, anytime that happens, I feel bad. Not just because he's a friend, but just any teammate. You put a ball a little high, you get him hit. That stuff happens. Unfortunately, it led to an injury there with him, but we're all good. But I do feel bad when that stuff happens. But at the same time, that's football.
If he can't play or if he's limited, how much does that change what you do?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see, obviously, first of all. We'll see how he progresses, but regardless of who's out there, I mean, you've seen the last few weeks, Dallas has stepped up, Josh Perkins has stepped up. So the guys that are ready to go, they'll be ready to go, and for us, it's next man up. That's been the same mentality all year. So whatever it looks like, we're confident in who we have out there.
What's made the screen game so effective for you guys over the last month?
I'd say we have a really good O-line that's really good at getting out in space and creating some holes out there, and our backs do a tremendous job. I think between Boston and Miles and when we screen to Dallas, I mean, those guys are as good as anybody out in space and hard to bring down. So that combination has been really good, and just the design of the screens has really benefited us as well.
Carson, Deontay Burnett will be, I think, the fifth or the fourth wide receiver that you throw in Boston there coming up from the practice squad. What's the process like for you with those guys? Because you're not getting reps, I guess, until they're up on the 53 in most cases.
Yeah.
What's it like kind of getting to work with them?
Yeah, just talk to him as much as I can. When I found out the news, just talk to him about the plays and how we're seeing things, and get as many reps as we can out of practice. Obviously, it's late in the season, and we're not trying to overexert ourselves either. But I'm just talking through it. Watching the tape of him in other places as well, and him on the practice squad the last few weeks, and just getting as much work as we can.
How much has Miles Sanders helped this offense over these last few weeks?
Tremendously. Miles has been a big part of, like you said, the last few weeks, but this entire year. He's been a big play guy for us over and over and over, and whether it's in the screen game, down the field passing game, or just running the ball, he's extremely dynamic out of the backfield, and he's been a huge part of our offense all season.
Carson, on running backs, they both have caught a lot of passes. Is it almost tough to say, to rank which guy has the better hands? I mean, the way they're catching the ball.
Yeah, it is tough because they both do such a great job. Boston and Miles, we ask a lot of them. You'll see them out in empty sets or just out of the backfield doing a lot of different things, and they both catch the ball extremely well and are able to catch and run, and not just, So they do a really good job, and it's hard to say they do a good job.
You seem to be playing last week with a little bit more fearlessness, a couple keepers. Is it just because the stakes are high now, and there's
yeah, you could say that. I mean, obviously, I still want to protect myself whenever I can, But yeah, I mean, you could say it's like a playoff atmosphere. It's win or go home right now. So, but like I said, I still got to find a way to protect myself when I can.
Going back to the question Dave asked you about, whether you have Zach Ertz or not. I mean, he's obviously a guy you rely on probably more than any other receiver and everything. I mean, with what Dallas did last week, I mean, is it still going to be hard, like if Zach can't play to replace his production?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to play the what if game. What will he be out here? I try not to, have those thoughts and play that game and it's just react. Who's ever out there, ball's gonna find them. It's gonna come the way we're gonna have confidence in whoever it is, and you've seen it really all year. Any week it could be somebody different that's stepping up and making plays or leading in receptions or whatever it is. So whoever that is, I'm confident in who it'll be, and we'll get it done.
Last time you played these guys, particularly in overtime, Zach's running free in the end zone there for that touchdown. And everybody's saying, well, how could he's not covered Zach? I mean, obviously they wanted to, they just didn't. There was how much of that was what you guys were doing, whether game planned or adjustments midstream, to kind of create that chaos?
Yeah, that was all, game plan stuff. Coach is doing a good job of scheming the red zone plays there and some different things just to create some confusion a little bit and get them open. And, hopefully we can keep doing some of those things down there.
I know you're very much a team guy, but considering what you've gone through the past 2 seasons, what would winning Sunday, capturing the division, playing 16 games, and going to the playoffs mean to you?
Yeah, I was just actually asked, how I'm feeling, and it was, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Obviously, like you said, the last 2 years I've been out at this point, and so to feel the way I do, to still be out here with the guys at Week 17, it's a blessing, something I don't take for granted, and I'm excited to go hopefully get one more.
Notwithstanding the second half that the Giants played against you, they really put 3 good games together when you look at them on film, Carson. What specifically do you see from them on the football field?
Yeah, it's a good defense. It's a good defense. Really good front. They mix it up really well. Obviously on the back end they have a lot of young guys, but they want to mix up coverages, mix up blitzes, try and confuse you. It's a good defense. I wouldn't look at their record at all. I'd look at the film and say, hey, it's a good defense and we got our work cut out for us.
What's going on behind the scenes that's led to the production in the pass game between you and Miles?
Ever since Miles even came in, you saw the dynamic playmaker that he was just in practice, and you could see his explosiveness. And just trying to work on routes and just different things after practice or whatever it is, and talking through things. And obviously he's a rookie, so we're still building with him kind of every week. But it's been extremely beneficial, the time that we put in together, whether it's on the field or off the field, just talking through things. And the kid's a baller, and we got to keep finding ways to get it in his hand.
How early in training camp or even OTAs did you kind of sense that, even though he hadn't caught a lot of passes in college, that he was going to be a formidable receiver?
Yeah, I would say early training camp. You saw him do a couple things, and you're like, okay, this is a guy that we can continue to work with. And obviously, like you said, he didn't do a lot of it in college, so it's something that it's all still kind of new. So we're still just working little by little with him, but it's exciting for him.
What was it like lining up wide on that Greg Ward play?
Well, no one wanted to cover me, so thought he should have threw me a go ball. But no, it was it was something different. Give him something different, and it was a good efficient run that almost got out of there for a bigger one. It was cool.
Carson, when you're moving more out of the pocket, it seems like the more you're on the move, the more success you've had. Is that a product of being healthy and also really a bit of a change in the game plan that you're able to do more of that?
I wouldn't say it's because of the health. I'd just say it's the game plan. The game plan, and combine that with whether it's obviously designed, movement plays that the coaches do a great job of putting together the game plan, or it's improvised. I think guys do a really good job of reacting. When the play does break down and I do scramble, and that's just a credit to our guys, just talking through things and getting the work in practice for when a play does break down, what we're expecting out of everybody.
And talking to us about screens, Goddard was mentioning the work you do in showing the defense the ball there. What's your kind of role in selling the screen?
Yeah, I mean, again, it all depends on the play and how we design things, and I think that's Coach doing a good job of trying to make everything look the same, our run game, play action, screens, all of that. And so I just do what I'm told, do what I'm taught, and whether that's play fake or selling, whatever it is, do the best of my ability and get it to those guys.
In talking to some of the younger receivers, they said that when they talked to you about the routes and how, not how you want them run, just how, in terms of the chemistry between the two of you and knowing the communication part, why are you more open to listen to them as opposed to saying, okay, this is how I want to run because this is the way it's typically run for me?
Yeah, I think, that's just something, guys, that once you get to this level, you've been doing something for a long time a certain way, and you get here for a reason. And so, when we have new guys in, I want to learn, okay, what do they do best? You know, how do they run a route, and what do they do that's most effective, and so that I can understand how they're going to get open. I don't want to tell them how to get open. That's their job. That's what they're paid for. And so just having those conversations and working through it, you know, whether it's after practice or watching it on film, I think those conversations go a long way.
What part of the way Jason Peters is playing or his season do you appreciate that kind of someone watching at home does not?
Yeah, I just love his leadership. I love his personality and how bad he wants it. You know, he's a great guy to have in the huddle, great guy to have, you know, protecting your blind side. But he's been doing it for such a long time that I think people take it for granted. You know, take it for granted how good he's been and how good he is right now, still playing at a high level. And he's an awesome teammate, and I can't say enough good things about him.
Speaking of leadership, do you feel like these last 3 or 4 weeks have kind of tested like how far you've grown as a leader compared to, you know, previously in your career?
I wouldn't necessarily say so. I mean, obviously we've known the situations. I think it's just leadership comes out, you know, different ways in those tough games and those situations like that. And, you know, just trying to make sure everyone's on the same page going forward, moving forward, especially when we have a lot of young guys that are, you know, kind of new and new faces jumping in here and there, whether it's me or Kelsey or Jason Peter, whoever it is, that's Zach Ertz, that's owning that leadership role. Guys have done a great job of it. Thank you, guys.